Hi everyone, John W. Quinn here, the author of Someone Like Me and a Fortune 500 motivational speaker. Time for another video blog. This week is National Cerebral Palsy Awareness Day here in the United States. It's March 25th. In honor of that, what I wanted to do was put out some cerebral palsy facts. It's often very difficult to find good information about cerebral palsy, as many of you know. There's a lot of misinformation, a lot of myths about what cerebral palsy is. So what I'd like to do is just lay out a few facts about cerebral palsy. I pulled these facts from the CDC website. I'll put a link below on this video so that you can check it out for yourself. But I've printed them off, and I'm going to read some of these facts. There's 11 of them here. So let's get right to it, okay? The first fact that I see is that cerebral palsy is a group of disorders that affect a person's ability to move and maintain balance and posture. Second fact is CP is the most common motor disability of childhood. About 1 in 345 children has been identified with CP according to estimates of CDC's Autism Developmental Disabilities Monitoring Network. 1 in 345 children in the U.S. It's quite a number. CP is more common among boys than girls, and more common among black children than among white children. The fourth fact listed here: most, about 75 to 85 children with CP have spastic CP. That means that their muscles are stiff, and as a result, their movements can be awkward. Over half, between 50 and 60% of children with CP can walk independently. Many children with CP have one or more additional conditions or diseases along with their CP, known as co-occurring conditions. For example, 4 in 10 children with CP also have epilepsy, and about 1 in 10 have autism spectrum disorder. The seventh fact listed here: most CP is related to brain damage that happened before or during birth, and it's called congenital CP. The following factors can increase the risk for congenital CP: being born too small, being born too early, being born a twin or other multiple birth, being conceived in vitro fertilization and other assisted reproductive technology, having a mother who had an infection during pregnancy, having complications during birth. Another fact listed here: about 1 in 10 children identified with CP walk using a handheld mobility device. Again, these are facts that I pulled from the CDC's own website. The eighth fact here: a small percentage of CP is caused by brain damage that happens more than 28 days after birth. This is called acquired CP. The following factors can increase the risk for acquired CP: having a brain infection such as meningitis, suffering a serious head injury. The specific cause of CP in most children is unknown. I think that's amazing. The 10th fact listed here: CP is typically diagnosed during the first or second year after birth. If a child's symptoms are mild, it is sometimes difficult to make a diagnosis until the child is a few years older. The 11th fact: with appropriate services and support, children and adults with CP can stay well, active, and a part of community. Yeah, that's true. They also list some early signs of CP here. Let me go over those real quick. it says, from birth to 5 years of age, a child should reach movement goals, also known as milestones, such as rolling over, sitting up, standing, and walking. A delay in reaching these movement milestones could be a sign of CP. It is important to note that some children without CP might have some of these signs. Following are some other signs of possible CP. In a baby 3 to 6 months of age, the head falls back when picked up or lying on back. The baby feels stiff, feels floppy, seems to overextend back and neck when cradled in someone's arms. Legs get stiff and cross or scissor when picked up. In a baby older than 6 months of age, baby doesn't roll over in either direction, cannot bring hands together, has difficulty bringing hands to mouth, reaches out with only one hand while keeping the other hand fisted. In a baby older than 10 months of age, baby crawls in a lopsided manner, pushing off with one hand or leg while dragging the opposite hand or leg, scoots around on buttocks or hops on knees, but does not crawl on all fours. So there you go. There's some facts. There's also some early signs of cerebral palsy. A lot of information, a lot to take in. I think the one thing that I take away from all that, and that's all good information, is the thought that, I wish I had $1 for every time the doctor said to me, or I heard somebody tell me, the doctor said I would never. You can fill in the blank. Live a full and productive life. Walk without assistance. Become a parent. Whatever it might be. Drive a car, ride a bike. Greatness is possible. Things are possible. I would wish that the medical community would raise the level of expectations up for those of us with cerebral palsy. Oftentimes doctors, they keep expectations very low, and it's easy to hit milestones when expectations are low. So if you're a parent and you're listening to this, know that there's hope. There is hope for your child to live a full and productive life. And just because they do things differently doesn't mean it's wrong. It's just different. You're not alone in what you're trying to find for your son or your daughter or for your grandchild. There is a strong network of those of us with cerebral palsy. If you know my story, I served in the military with cerebral palsy, even though I had to keep it a secret. So you can do great things even though you have cerebral palsy. Don't let doctors and those people who tell you, well, your child will never be able to do this or that. You can take that and go, okay, thank you very much. But I'm just here to let you know that I'm here for you. The community is here for you, and I wish you all the best. Well, that's all for today. Again, my name is John W. Quinn. Thanks for listening to this. If you want to learn more about me, you can go to my website. I'll put a link below, johnwquinn.com. Thanks, guys. Be well, and happy Cerebral Palsy Awareness Day. Bye-bye.